Hey, hopefully you're having a great day. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you for subscribing for all the new guys and for all you good people that are returning. Thank you for hanging around and watching the videos. So, hey, so we're changing things up a little bit because my wife's back at work. We're trying to forward think a little bit because of the fact we're both going to be busy during the week, so we're going to have limited time for cooking and videos and all that stuff, so we're trying to do a little bit ahead. So we're going to do some meal prepping today, between today and tomorrow. So I'm going to show you little clips of that. I'm not going to show you the recipes. If you see a recipe on there that really excites you, or you think that you might like to see the whole thing on, I'm going to tell you to come back and comment on the comments down below, and then maybe we'll make a full video of it and kind of show you. So again, so like the first one we're actually going to do is we're actually going to make a Mexican chicken casserole. I gotta stop, slow down. I'm getting excited. I'm trying to organize the kitchen. My wife's been in here chopping up food and kind of all kinds of really good stuff, helping out, and so we're really trying to get this going and trying to think that this will help us. So the first recipe we're going to try is we're going to try a Mexican chicken casserole. We thought it would be good. It will store up to 7 days in the refrigerator. So what we're going to do is we're going to put it together. And then once we have it together, we're going to put it in the refrigerator, and then sometime during the week, we're going to take it out and bake it. So throw it in the oven for 30 minutes, I believe it is. 30 to 40 minutes. We'll throw it in the oven, and that's it. So we get home, throw it in the oven, comes out, and we're going to have enough probably for 6 to 8 meals, or 6 to 8 servings, I should say. So we should get at least 3 nights of food out of it, or 2 nights of food and maybe a lunch or 2 out of it. So that's what we're hoping. So that's good stuff. We're also going to go through and do some egg muffins, and we'll show you that as well, little clips of that. I'm sure you've seen it. I have other videos on that already. And we're also going to make something for snacks that are low carb and that we can take with us as well. And then we have some other dishes that we're preparing as well. So over the course of the weekend, you may see 4 or 5 different recipes or pieces of them. I'm not going to show you because the video would be 3 hours long if I did all the recipes. So the first one I'm going to do is a Mexican recipe, and basically what it is I'm going to take some cream cheese. I got some salsa, some salt. This is some turmeric. This is some red pepper. I'm also going to put in, this is some of the Drunken Chef barbecue seasoning that I'm going to use. This is the summer heat. I'm going to throw some of this in there just because we want some spice. And then we're going to use a little bit of diced green chili. So I'm going to throw this together in a bowl. I'll show you what it looks like once it's all together. And then we're going to put this in with the chicken, and then put a little bit of cheese on it. Oh yeah, and this does take some cheese too. So we're going to use some cheddar cheese. Probably a Mexican mix would have been really good to put in with it, but I don't have a Mexican mix. So we're going to use the cheddar jack that we have, and we're going to mix that in, and then we're going to put some cheese on the top of it. Probably do that just before we cook it. We won't put it on there today. That will go on last before we go in the oven because it melts in really nice. So, all right, so I'm going to get busy. I'll talk to you guys in a little bit. All right, so the chicken's in the bowl, so you can see my my lovely assistant. She cubed it all up for us. This is chicken breast that we're using. We got it on sale, so that's what we're using. All we're gonna do is take, and this is the blend together. That's what it looks like, and we're just gonna spoon this on top, and then we're gonna let this rest in the refrigerator for a day or 2. I'm gonna get a big spoon just to make this a little easier for me. The bigger the better. And that's all there is to it. We're just going to let that sit on there. Let this spicy mixture absorb into it. And when it's ready, we'll throw this in the oven for 350 for about 40 minutes, I would say, to cook everything up really good. And yeah, all there is to it. Pretty easy. I mean, literally took me 15 minutes maybe to whip this up. And then it's going to be another, it's going to take longer to cook it than anything else. So, yeah, that's all there is to it. Now, if you don't like spicy stuff, I would probably make sure you don't use hot seasoning or anything like that. You may want to cut some of the, like the red pepper out or any of that stuff. So again, if any of these recipes are intriguing to you, again, so that's all it is. It's all set to go in the refrigerator. I'm going to put a cover on this thing. And meal number 1, prepping, is done. All right, I'll come back next segment when we start the next one. So the other thing that we did up to as well, we have some pork that we're marinating. So this will go into a pork adobo. Pork what? Affrittata. Affrittata.
Yeah.
So it's going to be pork affrittata. So that's going on too. We have that marinating. That will probably be for tomorrow. We'll cook that up tomorrow for a couple of days. So, all right, just kind of showing you what we're doing to get ready for the week. All right, so here's round 2. What we're going to do is we're going to make some egg muffins, and generally it's bacon egg muffins or cups or whatever you want to call them. But we call them egg muffins. And basically all I'm going to do is I'm going to take 12 eggs. I'm going to break them into a bowl. I'm going to actually use this bowl because it's easier to pour from. We're going to put a little bit of cheese in each one of them. And then we have a really easy breakfast. Get up in the morning, grab it with a cup of coffee, and then head out the door. So great opportunity to prepare something that's really good and nutritious and really super easy. So I'll come back and I'll show you the egg muffins before I throw them in the oven, and I'll show you after they come out of the oven. All right, so this is what they look like. I'm not gonna hold them up side. They're pretty full. I just put cheese in them, and you'll see the cheese actually kind of starts to melt down in. You can mix them up a little bit if you want, just to kind of spread it around a little bit. But they're pretty good like that, and we're just putting cheese in them today. You can put bacon, sausage, ham, or whatever you want in them. But we're just gonna go with just the cheese for today. That's in the oven for about 15 minutes, and yeah, we'll see you in about a second or two, and I'll show you what they look like when they come out. All right, here is what they look like. Now, I will tell you that we use these parchment paper things, and it makes a world of difference. I know if you use a silicone mold, it's probably the same thing. But I haven't tried it in a silicone mold. I have a couple of them. But yeah, that's the way they came out. So we have our breakfast covered for the week now, and we have most of the meals for the week covered as well. We do have a sheet pan dinner planned as well, and that's one that we will throw together in 10 minutes and throw in the oven for 20, and we're done, right? So let's come in together for the week. All right, I think this is going to be the last thing that we're going to prepare today. Maybe tomorrow we'll do a couple more things. But my wife had asked that could we make something sweet that we could have when she goes on her breaks, and I don't mind having something sweet when I get home from work. So what we're going to do is we're going to make some fudgy brownies. First step, I got some butter in here. These are some of the Lily's semi-sweet chocolate chips, and I'm going to put those in together, and I'm going to start off by melting these things and getting them all combined together, and then we're going to go on and we're going to talk about mixing the rest of it. So hang out, let's see what else we do. All right, while that's in there, I'm going to actually mix my dry ingredients together. So we're in a bowl, we're going to put some almond flour in here. finish this sweetener off. We probably have to open up the other one. That in here. Now I'm going to put in my cocoa and my baking powder. You don't need to see that, so I'll come back and talk about the next ones. Alright, so you can see here I got my my chocolate, I got my dry mixture here, and now I have 6 eggs in here. I'm going to beat the eggs up a little bit. I want to increase the volume a little bit, just to kind of give it some volume. I actually am going to put some apple cider vinegar in this too, so it will maybe, it reacts with the baking soda and helps it rise a little bit to give it a more of a cakey type of a texture along with the chocolate flavor. So, all right, I'll come back in a minute and I'll show you what that looks like. All right, so now what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to mix the chocolate into this with the eggs. I'm actually just going to mix it in nice and slow. I'm actually going to get my wife to help me do this, and this way here. We'll come back and we'll show you what it looks like when it's all combined. All right? All right, so I got it in the pan. I put these clips on there to hold the parchment paper. I put parchment paper in there. Now this is a double batch. We also put some white chocolate chips in there. I didn't show you that, just to kind of give it a little extra oomph and taste and flavor. And so this is going to go in the oven for about 20 minutes, I would say probably 25 minutes, because it is a double batch. That tastes good. So, all right, we'll come back and I'll show you what it looks like when it's done. And this is probably going to be the end of the day for us for cooking. We'll see where we're at tomorrow when we get up tomorrow. All right. Alright, I told you I'd show you the brownies when they came out. I get my glove on. So, this is the brownies, how they came out. So, we'll let that cool off. And then we'll divide that all up, put it into a container, into little tiny squares so that we don't overeat it. I will say that I am going to make one more thing. I'm actually going to make some ice cream, so I'm going to I'm going to use the chocolate core from Keto chow to make some ice cream. Again, I'll tell you, you can't beat the carbs on one of these, because a serving of the Keto chow ice cream is, for a whole thing of it, is only, 4 carbs or something like that. So then you divide that, like I divide it in a couple of servings. So it's like, and I use it more as a dessert than I do as a meal, but still, so how can you go wrong for total carbs? You can get like 2 or 3 total carbs on a thing of ice cream. You can't go wrong. The Rebel ice cream, a serving, I think is like 18 or 16 or something like that. So this is way lower, and it's really good. So I am going to make that. There is a link down below if you want to check out the Keto chow. This is actually dairy free, so if you have an issue with dairy, the core is made with a beef protein instead of a whey protein. So this one is beef protein. So there is an option for you if you don't like the milk proteins and prefer to have a beef protein. So, all right, I'll come back later and we'll show you the ice cream too. All right, we're going to start making the ice cream. So I put about 20 ounces of almond milk in here. I use the almond milk rather than just water. I just find it comes out a lot creamier. I'm going to add a couple carbs to it, but I'm okay with it because I'm not gonna eat the whole thing. I'm actually gonna use 2 of these because I'm gonna actually put some more heavy cream in there and some more almond milk in there. Again, there is a link down below if you want to check out the Keto chow, and it does save you 10% as well too. So I'm going to put some more almond milk in here. I'm just measuring it in this because it just makes it easier to pour it in here. And then I'm going to pour some heavy cream, and this I'm not going to measure, I'm just going to put it in here. I'm going to say it's probably a half a cup or so. And that's all there is to it. I'm going to put this thing on the blender, blend it up, and then I have an old-fashioned ice cream maker, and it works good for me. You know, hopefully someday I'll get a Ninja Creamy, but until that time, this will have to suffice. I don't have the money to do it right now. It's a nice necessity, so that's a luxury, right? So anyway, hey, I'll come back in the next segment. I'll show you, you know, as this goes into the ice maker. All right, here it goes into the ice cream maker. Alright, that's all there is to it. We'll wait 15-20 minutes, it will be ice cream. Now, I will say, like again, this will make these, I'll fill these 3 containers, probably 2 or 3 of these containers, and I have one extra one just in case it goes more than that. So this will make 6 servings, at least 6 servings. So pretty minimal, but anyway, I'll see you in the next segment. And about 2 seconds on your time, 20 minutes on mine. All right, so I'm just going to recap today. So this is the ice cream. You'll see that I filled these 3, and I filled up 4 of these as well. So again, I figured it out to about 14 carbs, and if I divide that by 7, that's 2 carbs a piece, right? So that's what it works out to be. So again, I use them more for a dessert than I do for a meal. So I figured two carbs for a dessert is really good. I got 7 of them. Like I said, you know, you look at them, they look really, really good. So nice. All right, and then we did make the brownies. So this is the brownies in the container now. So that's where the brownies are. Here are the egg muffins. Again, 12 egg muffins in there. So that takes care of us for the week for breakfast. So we have our breakfast, our treat, our dessert, and then we have dinner. And this was the Mexican chicken bake. It's all ready to go. Look at that. And then this is the pork frittata. So that's that in there. So that's what we did for today. Then we had a stir fry too that we ate for dinner tonight. So if you're interested in seeing that, go over there and check out my Instagram. I put up a reel on that a little while ago. I do put most of the daily stuff up there. Hey, if you like this kind of content, make sure you do the thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell icon. Let me know if you like this format. Just because of the way things are working out, we probably will do more like this, where we're doing more meal prepping. And maybe instead of going through a detailed recipe, we'll kind of go over more of a general what we're fixing for the week. And then you can tell me if you'd like the recipe or not, or would like to see me do the recipe, and then maybe we'll come back at a later time and do them. So some of them are pretty generic, but again, this covers us. This is 4 meals. This is going to be about 4 meals, so that's 8 meals out of the week. That's good. You know, probably 2 of them will be dinners, 2 of these will be dinners, and 2 of these will be dinners, and a couple of them will be lunches. So really good. We have we have some other things planned, but we can't do that until we cook them. So like the stir fry tonight, where it just kind of comes all together real quick, like. Again, if you like this stuff, make sure you subscribe. And if you really like this stuff, check out this video over here, or to look at this video over here. Keto on, keto strong. You guys are awesome. I'll see you in the next video.